Hello, fellow stock traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you here Wednesday, April the 23rd, year's 2025. So let's talk some stock trading, basically stock fetcher filters. I've been working on the price action filter that I had devised, and then found out that there was some work done, I believe, by Larry Williams on it too. So I've taken what he has, added a few of my own things, and have come up with a filter for people that like to make a quick profit. This is a buy at the close, sell when you can make anywhere from 2 cents to a dime. And I've done it today and yesterday, and it's proved profitable. And actually, it's worked better than what I thought it would work. But I had, set my goal for like 2 cents or 4 cents, basically to, make 2% on the money, and it's been working out. So let me go through the filter here. So the first thing I have is a trend meter. Now, the thing about trend is I don't believe in trend. I believe in bias. So here we're just looking at the slope of the close. Is it above 0 or is it below for 5 days, 13 and 34? If you wonder where I got those numbers from, they're Fibonacci numbers for one, but there's an indicator that we use over on the FOREX on MT4 called the 3-level ZZ semaphore. And these are the numbers he uses, 5, 13, and 34. But there's no magic numbers. So what I'm using this for is to see just how positive the trades are. So the first, if a 111 would mean all three are positive. So we've got, and we're going from left to right. So at 5, 13, 34. So here, since there's would be a leading 0. So that means the trend for the past 5 days is the slope of the close is below 0. So it's down. Next thing is something I call indicator 2, which is basically the EMA 5 and where the close is in relation to it. Is it above or below it? So here for the past 2 days for this stock, it's been below it for 2 days. Next is turn trades. Basically, you have a bear candle followed by a bull candle. The next one is the price action. You have a lower low and a higher close. And then I want to see how many days price has been above or below a million. And so you see this particular stock, 8 days, it's been above a million shares. And then the Larry Williams work right here, down range, down close, or outside bar down close. Those were his best two. Now, just to be transparent, I had to make an adjustment because if you look at the filters before, I was looking at just the outside bar down close, and that's what I've been trading the past 2 days. But then I went and reread it and saw, oh, this is the second best one. The best one is downrange down close. So what I did was, right here, I have a little indicator I called OK. In other words, if one or other is 1, then when you add it, you'll get a 1. So you'll either get a 1 or a 0. You could also do multiplication, but in this case, I did addition just because it doesn't really matter either way. So when you're looking at these stocks, you can say, okay, this stock right now is a downrange down close, and it's just sorted by last. And I usually trade these stocks that are, usually under $2, just because, You can buy 1,000 shares and you can maybe make 2% on the money. But of course, 2 cents, that's only $20. So hey, you can buy a burger. But if you trade more, 5,000 or 10,000 shares, or if you spread it across a few of these tickers, you might get some more money. Now, then, since I don't even know these stocks and I don't really care to know them, but I would like to know what exchange they're on, the industry, and the sector, because that way you can say, okay, maybe oils are hot, so yeah, maybe I want to trade oil versus basic materials. And these next two columns here, this is kind of important. Previous close was 192, and the high minus previous close was -8. So remember, this is for today. But if you go back to the previous day, and this is something that's kind of funny, I ran this filter about a half hour or 15 minutes before the market closed, and it came up with a stock that if I would have waited wouldn't appeared. And that's kind of interesting. And hey, stock fetcher, if by any chance you're reading this, you see it says market is not OTCBB. Why is this stock coming up here? Um, is it because it's other? I don't know. It doesn't seem to matter if you, but I don't want any of these OTCBB stocks. So if you can fix that, stock fetcher, would appreciate it. So, but you can see here 1 day ago, you had a previous close of $1.20 and high minus previous close 19. So that would have made money. And you can look at the performance. You just click. You can see there's some of these stocks have performed very, very, very well. Of course, there's some negatives. But the one that I'm kind of kicking myself on 2 days ago, why is it? Oh, I know why. I got to close the result, fetch the stocks, and then do 2 days ago. Monday, which one was it? This stock here I bought, BTBT. Never traded it before, didn't know anything about it. So I picked it up, I think, let me check a look here. Huh. That's strange. I'm looking, trying to see. Why is that doing that? I can't remember, but I remember I traded it and I made 5 cents, which I was shooting for 4, but actually got 5. But since then, um, it's run up very nicely. And let's see, stock fetcher showing a high of 201. So I they brought out a much bigger pot of shrimp. Sometimes we'll say about leaving money on the table, but that's not the case because the money wasn't there. It's like you're in the cafeteria line and you're loading up your plate and you get you take all the shrimp that were there. And then as soon as you get out the line and pay your money, then you turn and you look and they brought out another big plate of or pot of shrimp, and it's like, oh man, well that's what they did. I probably left, I think, 15-20 cents on the table. I think I bought it at 175 and sold it at 180. But for some weird reason, let me try something here, filter. Maybe if I do that. There we go. Yeah, I bought it at 176. I sold it at $1.80. And let me see, what's the where is it right now? Let's see, the high of the day was $2. So, yeah, I left a couple of dimes on the table, or like I said, I missed out on a couple of dimes. But one of the things that I've learned in trading, you guys know I've been around this for a while, is you make a plan, you stick to the plan, and that's what you do. Because if you alter the plan and it works out the first time, that's probably the worst thing that can happen. Because the next time and the next time after that and the next time after that, you're probably going to get your fingers burnt. So it's much, much, much better to have your plan, stick to it, and don't worry about what you could have had. Because the thing is, as my trading buddy Walmart likes to say to me, he goes, hey, did you end the day or the trade with more money than you started with? It's like, yes, well then shut up and be happy. So, and because once again, I don't know these stocks, so I don't have a clue. I'm basically just trading statistics. I don't look at the fundamentals or the news or any of that stuff. Now, some people could say, might want to say, you know what, well, that's not too smart, but that's just how I do it. Because I don't want outside influence. I just want to basically trade what I see. Now, there's another stock, and I guess that's another one that didn't come up because I bought it and before the close yesterday, and it was this little stock right here, CCO. And let me look again here. Once again, I didn't know this stock. I bought it at 98 cents a share. I sold it at $1. I was happy. Hey, 2 cents. Well, you can see right now, hit a high of $1.05. Right. So right now, there was a chance to make more, but once again, didn't know this stock. Wasn't so I just played my game. So you can see previous close, high minus previous close. So there's probably an opportunity to make 6 cents because unless you're selling on the ask and somebody buys from you, you're only going to get the bid. So the bid would have been $1.06. Or I'm sorry, would have been the high was $1.05, so the bid would have been $1.04. So you could have made 6 cents or a little over 6% return on your money. So at 1,000 shares, that's $60. Once again, that's just pocket change. But if you want to ramp up and do, 5,000, 10,000 shares, or maybe you do a bunch of these different stocks across the board, that's different. You could always do that. So, fellow traders, if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments or post them out on StockFetcher. But this is the Rumpled One. Over and out. May all your fills be complete.